We're on this island, we're on this island, we're on this island. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 3, I'm ready to go. It's my size. I feel so honored to hold this in front of the cameras right now. Now, in today's episode, we are here at Quezon City, about to walk up to the front door of the office of Neon Island. And we are gonna have a live conversation and a nice chat with the brand owner, Gibbs. So follow me and let's go.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to
How are you?
Neon Island HQ. I'm good.
With
How
the
are you?
nice lights.
Thanks for coming all the way to QC to see me.
How pretty is this? So cozy, Neon Island. Thank you for having us here. So we are here. Can you tell us where we're at? And for everybody that's tuning in?
We're at the Neon Island HQ.
Neon
This is our
Island. And you get the neon vibe, as you guys can see. The
hope you
love,
do.
love the lights. Do you mind just taking us for a short tour and kind of explaining the things that are maybe on the walls and here on the shelves?
Sure.
Yeah? Cool. So I guess start here. This is what I've been looking at. Okay, here, I'm assuming, obviously, Neon Island. This is all Neon Island stuff.
Yes, these
correct?
are actually photos from different photo shoots we've had.
Okay.
These are photos from our lookbook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then here, obviously, this is what we've been looking at.
These are some of the prints that we put out, like this, for example. And I'm very inspired by vintage posters, travel posters from like the 50s,
Yeah.
40s.
Right.
So these are like my interpretations of vintage travel posters. So they're different
Yeah.
locations in different countries.
Sounds good. And now we're moving here. We have the beautiful, beautiful sign, right? I mean, this pops out. And this, I love the lowercase, I love the cursive, I love this little palm tree or coconut tree, whatever, that's here for the eye. Now, what is this? I'm assuming this is your work, your creative work right here, these
And
prints.
we do collabs.
See these? So cool.
It's a camera from Paper Shoot. That's the brand that makes it. They wanted us to do prints for them. So usually when we do collabs, it's print by print. They usually want us to give our prints to them.
And so how does this work, actually?
It's made out of camera.
Okay.
Paper. Duh, it's made out of paper. And there are different
I'll let you
lengths
touch this
to
one.
it.
I'm gonna put this one down, okay? Can I hold this?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out.
And change the
Neon
length.
Island collabo. Wow, you
So
see
to
that?
practice film, 'cause you don't see
Check it
other
out.
pictures.
Sweet. This is such a cute collaboration. I really love your artistic vision in the designs. It's so cool. Neon Island, let's start there. When it comes to creating a brand, and this specific brand, did the name just come about right away? Or what got you to the point where it's like, you know what? I want to start my own brand and I want to call it Neon Island. Can you kind of explain the story of how you even got to that point?
Well, it was a discussion between me and my partner, Ira Medina. So
Oh, nice.
she's been my best friend since high school, actually.
Nice. And you guys came together with the
Yes, this was our
idea?
weekend project when straight out of college,
Mm-hmm.
when we started working. We just wanted a creative outlet and we thought of putting up a brand because we love fashion. We were sure about what we wanted. Like, we wanted it to reflect our style, what we like. So we wanted it to be tropical, fun, like not too serious, a little cheeky. Then we thought of the name. We wanted the island to be in there because we wanted to
Right.
celebrate the local. We wanted it to be super tropical.
Right?
And then the word neon came from me, actually. I was thinking something to denote like fun, bright, colorful, like
Nice
how
and vibrant
Yeah,
in
vibrant.
your face, right?
Yes.
What inspired you to actually create a line? What brought you to the point where it's like, I want to do this myself?
Actually, both my partner and I were in totally different fields before we put this business up. We were both teachers, can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For
She
what
was-
grades?
I teach preschool for a little bit, and she's actually, she was a pre-med student. But then the want to actually put up a brand came out of like I guess us looking for stuff that wasn't available locally. We're like, I wish we could buy like something like this. Why don't we make it?
Just make it, and then now it's available.
Now it's available.
Yeah, you take pride in representing local. Explain that, talk about that more. What does that mean to you to represent something local?
That's, I mean, hence the name. We really wanted to reflect that. It's important to us. I mean, me and my partner, that we're proudly Filipino made. I mean, 100% Filipino made, and even our aesthetic, I think it reflects our tropical lifestyle. So
Yeah, and do you feel like representing local and taking that avenue and creative approach to your brand, how can that potentially impact this big world of fashion internationally?
we have customers from other parts of the world. I mean, we have some from the States. We've had a couple of orders from Australia. We do get some attention from...
And how does that make you feel? Is that inspiring to the point where it makes you want to push harder?
Definitely inspiring. But what we really want to happen is change the local mindset. That, local isn't cool or local isn't of good quality. That was like one of our goals from the get-go.
Earlier you mentioned you wanted to show us some samples of some products. Can you show these now?
Sure.
Let's do that. Yeah, we might as well put them here.
This is a sample of our pants. See, we make cover-up. Something you'd imagine a girl wearing with a bikini on in the beach.
Stylish. I can see my mom wearing that. Mom, if you're watching, Neon Island, okay, don't worry, I'll hook you up.
This is the same print that I'm wearing now on my shirt, but it's in dress form.
So nice.
You know what? I actually brought my sketchbook just to show
Yeah,
you.
let's see that. Show it to us all. Give us everything. See this right here? Like, I would love this actually on just a shirt. Like for men, I could really, really wear this. What do you guys think? Maybe? But this is dope. Now that I'm showing this, I do want to I really want to dig deeper in the creative process. So when you put this print together, do you remember where your mind was at? Are you just always thinking about beach and tropical climate and the Philippines?
Me and my partner were both inspired by travels.
Yeah.
We get inspiration from anything. We talk about it, like our palette, what kind of print we're going for.
And this is more of the sketches that we have here?
Yeah,
or just a few?
Just a few, but
okay.
I don't usually show my sketchbook to people, but those are a couple of print
Really,
designs.
really lucky to see all this right now. I like
one
this.
One of our past collections, actually. One of our best sellers. So those are a couple of prints. I'm gonna close this.
Okay, we're closing it now. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, Chi, thank you so much for sharing your story.
For coming all the way here. I was actually gonna ask you if you wanna have coffee. I have a friend. I'm meeting up with a friend, Gio, who's actually in the fashion industry too. Maybe you'd wanna have a chat with us.
You're inviting me? That would be wonderful. Let's go. We're in Quezon City now. Where are we headed to next?
We're gonna go all the way to Makati.
Makati.
Will you be fine with that?
That's on the way home, so let's do it. Let's go, let's go. And we're here. MKT, Makati. Let's go.
All right. It's my first time here.
It's my first time here too. It's auto, right?
Yeah.
I think auto is it's Japanese for sound.
Really?
Which is why they have.
Did you research that?
Maybe.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Chris.
Hi, I'm
Gio.
Gio. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Hello.
Mwah. Let's do that. Show the love. You are an influencer and have been a part of the fashion industry and represent, is it
have I?
MizMoxie?
Yeah.
Right? Can you talk to us about MizMoxie?
Well, MizMoxie is an online platform for emerging Filipino brands and designers. So we kind of try and build that community of new brands for, people to enjoy.
So it's for the e-commerce world, right?
Yeah.
It's for the online shoppers.
It's basically a tech company, but what we really focus on is Filipino fashion. Yeah.
And how many different merchants can be found on Miz+Moxie?
Right now, we have around 40 brands.
40?
And we're
Local.
All local, all Filipino. Yeah, all
And
Filipino.
we're part of that roster. Yeah,
they
we're
are
part of
our
that roster.
Actually,
Neon Island?
Yeah,
You
Neon
can find
Island
Neon Island clothing on Miz+Moxie.
yep, and Neon Island was actually part of our first collab collection of 6 designers where we worked together on designs, and it was purely a collab.
Yeah,
talaga.
we created an entire collection with them, and they kind of gave us challenges.
Yeah.
And
it
like
was
to go
fun.
out of our comfort zone and like design according to their directions.
Wow.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
it was fun
So-
and it came out really cool.
Super.
Yeah.
It's collaboration. That's what keeps all the artists going, right? And
That's
you bring all the
true.
passionate people together and just move full force, accomplish all your dreams. How long did it take to get, Miz+Moxie to build up to 40 different merchants? Was that about a year's time? Or did you start off right off the bat? Let's start off with 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, I think before we launched, we've been sending our feelers out to the brands that we know and love here in Manila, but don't get the same exposure as the fast fashion brand. That was the first batch of
Right.
designers that we approached, and for us, we're super happy that almost 100% of them said, we're game, let's do it. For me, I always say it's really community, not competition. Like, if
I agree.
we want to do something, make a change, it's together.
Right.
Like, on our own, our voices, I feel like, are a bit too small compared to everyone else's.
Now, fashion, that's you.
Is it?
Do you feel like that's just a big, big part of your life? Can you talk about how you even got into fashion?
I didn't study fashion.
Okay.
I was actually pre-med, and then I switched to art. Yeah, and then so when
Neither
I
did
switched,
I.
right? It's like I feel like a lot of the designers and the brands that we've met didn't really start as designers. It's kind of just their passion, but then they had to make money and then did the fashion on the side. And when I moved back from the States, I was lucky to have been invited to illustrate for Preview. And then I guess that's where like my foot got into the door. I got to see the glamour side, the not so glamorous side.
But what kept you going from that point?
I think it's the artist in me. Like, I feel like fashion is basically like an outfit is the first thing you put together in a day, that says something about you. And regardless of how you approach it, it says something about you. If you don't care, it shows that you don't care. If you're an artsy girl, if you're a jock, if you're this kind of person or that kind of person, I think that reflects in the choices that you make. So
I agree. It's definitely a form of self-expression.
for sure,
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
So when we think Filipino or Philippines fashion, right? And for people who don't really follow fashion too much, there are these highly concentrated areas around the world that represent fashion, right? You have like the Londons, the Tokyos, the Parises,
Yeah.
LAs. That's from a song. Yeah. But where do you see Filipino fashion fitting in this now? And do you feel like it can be a positive influencer, like an innovative influencer moving forward?
I absolutely hope so, or else what I'm doing kind of doesn't make sense. No, honestly, one of the reasons why Miz+Moxie, I think, exists the way it exists is when you think about fashion, there's kind of this phenomenon where you can be like, that girl looks so New York, that girl looks so London, that's so Parisian, but there's no such thing as that's so Manila.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like fashion evolves based on how people live their lives. It represents their approach to their daily life. That's why people wear those things. And when I thought of the one thing that kind of pulled Filipinos together, like what is it that we all share in all of our psyches is that we just want to have fun. That's why I think
I
Miz+Moxie
totally agree.
Yeah.
That's kind of the philosophy behind Neon Island as well.
That's why
I think we work
Fun,
so
fun,
well
fun.
together.
It's such a perfect fit.
Yeah. Right. So moving forward, like you have this vision, you also have a vision to basically shine light on the fashion industry here. What would be realistic next steps to open up this door to the international market where people start paying attention more to the Philippines than they already are now?
I think the whole landscape itself has changed in the last few years. I mean, with social media, with the internet, I think people are way more comfortable buying online than they were, say, 5 years ago.
Right.
And buying
So I think-
Filipino. Also.
Yeah.
And buying Filipino.
I think it's already in motion. I think we're slowly getting more attention internationally. When you say we have a lot of Filipino designers that are actually making it
Yeah.
abroad.
So for people who are thinking about starting a line, what advice do you have if they're gonna come in new now? Any words for these aspiring, brand owners or creative directors or CEOs of companies?
It's super cliche, but I think cliches exist for a reason, and they're so true. Be yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot lose yourself. Because I feel like a brand's voice, a brand's identity is what sets it apart.
Well, thank you for answering these questions.
Super welcome.
It's been dope. I want to look around this place a little bit more. I saw some cookies and brownies
should.
I wanna
over there
order
that I wanna
something.
taste.
And their drinks are
I'm not sure if the purveyor team ate it all, but I'm gonna try it out. But appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming along.
Mwah. All things have to come to an end, and so we're ending this episode of On This Island. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you learned a little bit more about the Filipino creative culture. We'll see you next time on this island.